What's going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be working on the GX460. We will be installing the Tech Customs kit. It is a diff breather relocation kit. It should be a super simple process. I was thinking of not making a video, but it turns out when I tried to even look it up myself, there's not very many out there. So I'd like to do a more detailed process for you guys. So let's get right into it. So this is everything that comes in the kit. Here is a new diff breather right here. And this goes onto the actual diff itself, and the hose clamps, the supplied zip ties, and obviously the hose. I went for the 6 foot length because I am not lifted. I'm just leveled on the Bilstein suspension. So it's an OEM coil in the rear. So let's get to it. So the tools you'll be needing for today's install, just an open-ended wrench, a small ratchet, a 6mm socket, and a box cutter. And I will go over to the reason as to why we will be needing the box cutter is because the way how most people set this up is that they set the diff breather up right next to the gas cap. And as if you can see, let me turn on my light for you guys. All of this is rubber right here. And so you're just gonna be making a slit and feeding it down through here. And I already have the mock-up of how I would like to set it up. So let's get underneath the GX and I'll show you. So relatively, here's the hose. This is the hose that came with the kit. As you can see, I just did a mock-up. Here's where the diff breather is. And that's where you need the open-ended wrench. And this is where I wanted to set it. Sorry, it's kind of hard to record with one hand and show you at the same time. So relatively, that's where that open-ended will be in the kit. So it's just gonna attach right there. Let me move that out of the way. And as you can see, I have the line ran up and above out of the way. And you're gonna wanna give this slack as well. And of course, obviously, I'm gonna have more tension when I pull it up that way and actually make the cut in that rubber where the gas is. And then, as you can see right here, it's gonna go all the way up to where that hose is, that gas hose. So you're just gonna follow that line up there to the opening. And this is where essentially I will be placing my zip ties. I'm gonna make it a little bit secure right here. Just gonna follow this line all the way until I get right there. As you can see, the nice and shiny black hose right there, all the way to the diff breather. So let's get started. So as you can see here, I did the hardest part first. I already fed the hole through this little rubber gasket, made a small slit, but really what helped me out get it through there was I attached a zip tie at the end of the hose, first and foremost. And second off, I kind of peeled back this, I guess you could say, the splash guards. And as you can see, that is where the hose lies. And I got it as close as I could to the actual fuel filler neck as possible, so it can have a little bit more rigidity rather than hanging around and just going up back and forth. But as you can see, that's where the hose got fed through. And then see, as if I wasn't even there. And then once I fed enough through, I reached up, as you can see, this is what I did for the zip tie to feed it through. And then I fed as much as I could and then reached my hand up in here and pulled out the hose. So now everything is flowing to where I want it to be. And then now I can start routing it properly. And then now, before I even continue, I'm going to crack or take off the OEM breather. And then I will get back with you guys. And then what I'm doing just on these little parts that came with Tech Customs. So I'm just adding WD-40 onto this to lubricate this so it can go in very nicely.
to the diff. I already did remove it, and or the OEM one. Very easy to crack open. Keep this just in case. You never know if anything might happen, and it's good just to have laying around. So I just already added WD-40 onto these threads, and now I'm going to feed it underneath the car and show you that.
Okay, so here's the finalized product. I did put it this way, this little clamp, because it was easier to reach my hand over from the back and tighten it. And I see a lot of people doing it from this way, but it was easier for me. So that orientation is all up to you, depending on wherever you want it. I do have a bunch of slacks, as you can see here. Let me get underneath the diff. You can see it's away from the coil spring and everything else. I'm depending on where to add more zip ties, but for right now, I just want to see any type of articulation. But again, I don't wheel this thing hard. This is just a just in case instance, depending if I'm feeling dashing or daring. But as you can see, the line is followed all the way through right here. And then up and out. And this thing, it has a good amount of slack. I didn't tighten these all the way. I just tightened moderately, so just in case if it needs to move, you see, it's able to do so, but still stay in line. And I only put 2 because that's why I put it so close to the filler neck, so it could still have the stability and it doesn't move around. But if you go underneath here, you won't even notice anything. But it was a very quick and easy install for me. I will cut these off. Just wanted to show you guys where I placed them, so it's easier to show you guys. So now let's get up to the filler neck. As you can see right here, here's the final product. It doesn't move in or it doesn't move out. It's very, very sturdy. That's why I wanted to put it right next to the filler neck itself. Again, there is no right or wrong. It's just all up to your personal preference when it comes to the setup and however you like it. I just set it up right here because, like I said, I just wanted that rigidity. It doesn't interfere with anything whatsoever. There's no pushback or whatever from the actual gas cap itself. And I'll go ahead and show you guys. Opens as normal. There's no binding, there's no anything. So this is where I had my setup. You guys can go in easily or go in easier through this way if you wanted to, but I just chose this way. And I'm very happy with this setup. Very easy, $32 shipped to my door. And now I just have peace of mind in case I want to be daring one day and go through a water crossing. Thank you all so much for watching this install video. It was a simple, straightforward process. Even after triple checking and recording, it took me about 45 minutes. So it was super easy to do. I couldn't recommend this kit enough. I will post a link in the description below to where you guys can purchase it. And there would be 2 options. I chose the 6-foot option because, like I said, I'm still stock in the rear. I only have a leveling kit on my GX. And if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down below, or you can even DM me on IG. And please leave a like. I gotta say it, I'm a YouTuber, so we gotta get this algorithm going again, get it jumping, and I'm happy with that. Hope you guys are staying safe out there wheeling and have some fun.